Well, it is National Nutrition Month, and what you put in your body can have a direct impact on your hair health. Certified trichologist Evie Johnson is here with the top 5 nutrients your hair needs to be long and luscious. We got maybe a little more than 5, but that's okay. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. How are you?
You know, it's interesting because from your perspective as an expert on hair, I would imagine hair really tells the story in a way of your diet, what you could use, perhaps what you're not eating.
Yeah.
So tell me about that link between your diet and your hair health.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So the link is basically if you're not, it's like you are what you eat. You know, so if you are putting certain elements in the body, the hair can't grow. It needs its nutrients. It needs its vitamins. It needs all of those things. So things that are processed, food processed, can't produce the vitamins and the nutrition that the hair needs. So then after that, the hair starts to shed, and then we start crying.
And then you're wondering, what's happening?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it here, because you have a number of different jars here filled with different foods. So let's start with the first one.
All right, so the first one here is berries. And so, you know, you have a number of berries. You have blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and all those things. And so this is going to be essential for vitamin C, actually. And then it helps get rid of the inflammation, because a lot of times when you have hair loss, there's inflammation that's present.
Okay.
So if you want to like give help with the inflammation, then berries is going to be your go-to.
Okay.
Yes.
And then this next one?
Oh, my favorite, sweet potatoes. So basically, the sweet potatoes have a lot of beta carotene in it, and so basically what happens is with this particular item, it's responsible to converting certain things to vitamin C, you know, to vitamin A. And so if you don't have this, it's like, how do I get to vitamin A? So sweet potatoes and pumpkin.
And pumpkin.
Yes, pumpkin is huge.
All right, but
Pumpkin's
not
huge.
like a pumpkin spice latte.
No,
like
that's what absolutely.
Okay. You know, I have to ask.
Not pumpkin syrup, but pumpkin, the actual pumpkin.
Okay, all right. And then this next one, I feel like broccoli, you either love it or hate it, but we can't argue that it does a lot of good to the body.
No, it is so good for the body. Anything that's green just turns me on, first of all. So broccoli has that iron in it. It has the vitamin A and C, and then also the folate. And so with those, you need that to keep thick, long hair.
Yes.
So broccoli is your go-to.
Okay, we have 1 minute. I'm going to try to get it through as many as we can. Eggs, protein and biotin.
Yes, big, 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 big. Eggs is like, you can put it on the hair, you can eat it, you can put it on the hair. So actually, it's responsible to make the hair shine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I'm going to list the others and then ask you a couple more questions. We have avocado, we've got salmon, kale, almonds, and lentils. So here's my question, though. Does it matter how you cook it, what you mix it with, and how often you eat it?
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up. So fish, you want to make sure, like the salmon, okay, maybe 2-3 times a week, but you want to make sure that it's wild caught. That's super important. And you want to stick with like sardines, mackerel, things of that nature. You want to get things that are like more of a, you know, I would say the ones that don't have high, you know, mackerels and stuff like that in it.
Okay.
And so the kale, you can mix all of these together, the almonds, but here's the thing. You have vegetarians and you have people who eat meat. So your meat eaters, omega-3 is super important for inflammation. Yeah. Your vegetarians like myself who don't eat the meat, lentils and chia seeds are going to be your go-to.
Okay, perfect. And then we got to wrap here, but you've got some products that folks can try out.
Yes. So here's some products that help with hair loss and then some vitamins, and also too just to sum all of this up. Yeah. So basically you have all these nutrients, and what happens is with the hair follicle itself, the blood takes the food, the nutrients, and feeds onto the hair follicle. If it's not the right food, then the hair starts to do a shed out.
Interesting. You got me together with the postpartum hair loss, so I'm going to take your word for it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
No problem. Thank you.
Y'all follow her on Instagram, and of course you can reach out to her for a consult if you have some additional questions that we didn't cover here.